Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our distance learning program. So, since yesterday it was your holiday, and today it is the last day of the week because it is Friday, isn't it? And Saturday and Sunday you will be relaxed at home. So today is the exciting day, and I promise I am not going to pressure you with a lot of lesson, because in today's videos we are going to study a last lesson in our books. And do you know the book that you are going to study for the first session on Friday? Alright, the book that you are going to study on the first session on Friday is this book, which is the Speaking Tutor 3A. And we already studied the Unit 3 in the Lesson 4 and Lesson 5 about the review. We study a lot of things regarding to the food making process. So in this Unit 3, you learn a speaking tip regarding to talk about the process. Very good. So this is the main focus of the video, because today we are going to finish this Unit 3, right? So if you have the book with you, you can open your books to page 64 and 65, which is the review of the whole lesson. So from lesson 1, lesson 2 up until lesson 4 in the Unit 3, you are going to review what you have learned on this page. So I will help you review the lesson. So everyone, as you can see on the whiteboard, there is no lesson, but don't be happy yet, because I have prepared a slide presentation in order to help you do some of these exercise in your book. And in the presentation you will see this lesson, and I will briefly explain what you need to do and what you will learn from this page. So everyone, are you ready for the lesson today? Okay, very good. Now let's switch it to the presentation screen. Okay everyone, now you are looking at the slide presentation of the lesson that you are about to learn in this video. As I mentioned earlier, the course book that you are about to learn is the Writing Right 3. So the lesson is about the writing skill. On our Unit 3, the title of our lesson is My Favorite Food. So in today's video, we are going to finish this Unit 3, and I hope you will learn a lot from Unit 3, right? So everyone, in this video lesson, we will look at how you can develop your presentation with the topic My Favorite Food. As you know, in the presentations, there are three main elements in the presentations. The first one is about the introduction. You need to start your presentation with a proper introduction. So what introduction should be? From the book, the introduction is a short phrase which introduces the topic. But I strongly suggest that you should include or introduce yourself along the way when you start your presentations. And the second part of your presentation is to prepare an outline. So as you know, outline is the organizer of the ideas. It can help you to organize your idea pretty well when you have your outlines in hand. So outline can be differ from different topics. If you are asked to give the presentations about the opinion-based topic, for example, let's say why you study English, which is about the reason. So your outline should consist of the reason and supporting details regarding to your reasons. However, if your presentation topic is about the process, let's say the process of making or creating Facebook account, it is the process-based topic. So in your outline, you should centralize your main idea to the process. What is the first thing, what is the second things to do, and what is the last things. And at the end of your presentations, you need a conclusion in order to properly finish your speech. In the conclusion, there are a few ways that you can use in order to end your speech, and you will hear a speech of the presentation, and let's see how they organize his or her presentation. But for the conclusion, I just want to say that there are many ways for you to end your presentations. I suggest there are two simple ways. The first one is to summarize your whole ideas. Let's say why you study English. It is the main topic that you are about to present. And when you finish the presentations, the main idea, you need to end your presentation. So at that time, you can summarize the whole reasons that you have just presented. Or in the other way, you can express your idea, your own opinion, or give suggestions to your listener. Alright, so here in your books, if you open your Writing to the 3A books to page 64, you will see some guideline and some tools to help you with those presentation statements. So let's say here we have an introduction. So in your book, they give you 3 simple introduction statements that you can use in order to start your presentations. We have, hello ladies and gentlemen. The title of my presentation is my favorite food. So all these 3 statements, they focus on the topic. But as I give your suggestions, you should at least give some background information about who you are. Okay, let's introduce yourself. It is very important for your listeners to know who you are when he or she is listening to you. All right, so here is a sample outline regarding to the topic in the unit 3, which is about the process of making food. So we have this step. Moreover, we also look back to the unit 2, which is about giving reason and giving example to support your reasons. So this is a sample outlines that you can use when you are doing presentations. Last but not least, we have the conclusions. So in these conclusions, there are 3 statements, and all of these statements, they centralize on summarizing the point and also expressing their own idea, as you can see. So some of the important phrase that you should remember, we have the word in conclusions, we have the word in summaries, or to summarize. So these are the important phrases that you should use when you are given a topic to do a presentations. Now, all of you know the part of each presentation. I would like to invite all of you to listen to a simple presentations. As you can see on the slides, we have a short paragraph, and along the way, when you are watching this, you listen to the presentations and make sure you read along the way in order to see the structures and the format of this speech. So everyone, are you ready? Okay, so let's listen. Oh, there are some issue here. Okay, let me check it again. Okay, good. I got my pointer. So now, everyone, are you ready? All right, let's start.
Sample presentation.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of my presentation is my favorite food, pizza. In order to make this delicious food, there are 3 main steps to follow. There are 3 major steps to creating a pizza. The first step is making the delicious crust. The crust is the base that holds everything together. It is baked in an oven into a thin, crunchy crust, or some people like a thick, soft crust. In the second step, spread zesty tomato sauce on the dough and then put cheese on top of the sauce. The last step is choosing the toppings that go on top of the sauce and cheese. There are many toppings to choose from, so people can have the pizza any way they like. Once the pizza is finished baking, all you need is a clean hand and a big mouth to eat it. In conclusion, I would like to say that pizza is the yummiest food. The combination of the dough, sauce, cheese, and endless toppings that can go into making the pizza is genius. Think about the endless possibilities of the different kinds of pizza you can have. Yummy!
Alright, very good everyone. That's it for that presentations. It is one of the great presentations because the speaker, as you notice when he presents in the class, he starts with the introduction here. So, okay, let me find pen. Okay, so here he starts with the introduction. So all of these are the introductions. What he includes in his introduction. He tells his listener the topic of his presentation. Okay, so this is the topic of his presentation. He clearly stated in the introduction part. And after that, this is the main idea of his presentation, which is about the step in making pizza here. So how many steps? He also mentioned this once in the introduction. 3 main steps. So here we can say he used the word first. He also used the word second and the word last. So these 3 words are a very useful word in order to show the process of doing anything. So in the conclusion part, he gave his own idea regarding to the food he likes. So as you can see, this is a good presentation, even though it's a little bit short, but at least the speaker follow the principle or the rule of making a presentations. As you can see here, he have the introduction, he have the main idea of his speech, and he have the conclusions. So I hope you can learn from these presentations a lot. So after you listen and read some of these presentation, there are one last activities for you to do, and this activity is to prepare your own presentations. But to do a good presentation, you need a good preparation, isn't it? Right. To prepare your presentation, you need a short note or a short outline of your topics. So here is the topic that is given to you, which is my favorite food. What you need to do is to think of the introductions and then give the detailed informations about the reasons why you like that food. And after all, you need to give the conclusions. So I hope you can find this activity on your book, which is on page 64, and do this exercise in your book in order to improve your speaking skill, and at the same time you can improve your writing skill as well. Okay, so I am really excited to announce that the unit 3 is ended within this week, and the following weeks we are going to start the new unit of the speaking to the 3A, and you will learn some of the new form of speaking. You will encounter new topic for you to learn from. So now everyone, that's the end of the video lesson, and in case you have any questions about the lesson, you can ask your teacher in your online study group, because your teacher always there to help you learn the lesson. So feel free to ask. And now everyone, it's time to say goodbye. See you again in the next video lesson.